Hey, what's up, guys? This is Taylor. Today is Thursday, the 2nd of February, and this is your free video for tonight. So, a pretty jam-packed week here for old Mama Market. We heard from JP and the Fed yesterday, and then tonight here after the close, we got some earnings and a couple of heavyweights. Google, Apple, and Amazon. So the Fed didn't kill the market. Had a pretty good rally post-Fed, had some good continuation of that rally here today. Now the question is, does earnings in your big boys here, can that kill all the bullish fun? And frankly, I don't think it will. Let's see. So Apple down about $7 here in the after hours. So they close around 108, and we're currently camping around 101. Apple here closes around 150-ish. That's pretty much flat here. And big Amazon closes around 113, and we're down about, we'll call it $6. So we're down a little bit, no major damage, and of course, whole lot of time between now and tomorrow morning's open. But I, for one, don't think earnings really matters too much right now, and the structure of the charts in, the S&Ps, the QQQs, even your dollar, those all currently suggest the market is poised for further upside. So I'll pull up the S&Ps here. We'll take a look at it from the top down, and I'll show you guys what I'm seeing. All right, so we got the S&Ps here. We got our weekly chart, our daily chart, and the hourly chart. So quick heads up for all of you with the Big 3 indicator. We did push the most recent update, so now you got access to the new and improved signals. So here's how it works. Real quick. You have the choice to either have the signals print in the form of arrows or the colored bars, which, as you can see here, I'm rocking both. Of course, we still got the multi-time frame labels, and we have the heat map here. So the heat map just pretty much takes the big 3 buy and sell signals and color codes them to the background. So if a given time frame is bullish based on our indicator, the background is green. If things are all a bit neutral, it's gray, and of course, if the sell signal is printing, the background is red. So definitely check that out. But as far as the market here, guys, kind of a nutty week. So of course we had a lot going on. One of those weeks where, well, here's my week so far. Couple of big trades in Zoom. Had a pretty good sized trade in Roku. Took profits on that this morning. I'm currently long Tesla, which is off to a pretty good start. So a few things are working here. I had a trade in AMD. Took that off for a tiny loss before earnings. And of course, in hindsight, had I held on there, that would have been a nice chunk of change. I had a trade in Broadcom. I took that off for break even before the Fed. That, of course, broke out. We took a shot at Boeing. And Boeing got a little bit sloppy here today, so we cut that one loose. And we took a shot yesterday in First Solar. And at the time of entry yesterday across every one of these time frames, it was printing the buy signal. Then, of course, today things take a turn for the worst. So a few trades that didn't work, a couple of trades that worked really well, and a couple trades still open. So that, my friends, is my week here in a nutshell. But like I was saying, so of course this could all change tomorrow. It could all change next week. We want to live, in the present moment and just focus on the structure in front of us. So from my point of view, things look as good for the bulls here as they've looked in well over a year. Pretty much like a year and a half. And here's what I'm seeing. So we'll take it from the top down here. Now on the weekly chart, couple of things on this bad boy. So the thing to keep in mind is, all these previous rallies last year. So that little rally, that much bigger rally, that rally, it's a context thing. All those rallies were done under the context of a weekly chart that's still printing our sell signal. A little bit bigger picture, but really important. All the rallies in the market last year were done under the context of an incredibly bullish dollar. So now the dollar goes bearish, across pretty much every time frame. And I think you got a path here in the Dixie for a push down towards $98. That's a point for the bulls. So a change of context. Now the Dixie is no longer, locked and loaded with buy signals. looking like we got room for more downside. And now finally here, for the first time since that downtrend starts, they finally kill the weekly sell signal. So the indicator finally goes from bearish to neutral. And a couple more points here for the bulls. We're shaping up for 4 weekly closes back above that 21 EMA. We're doing that in a squeeze with a rising histogram. For the first time since the downtrend started, we're shaping up for 2 weekly closes back above the weekly 50, which is a big point here for the bulls. The weekly 50, it's kind of been like that bully on the playground. You build up all the courage to face him in person, then he knocks you on your behind, right? Once, twice, 3 times. So we're finally trading above the big bad weekly 50. And to me, the most important thing here, last year all we're doing is pretty much playing out a textbook downtrend. There's your highs. There's a lower low. You rally into the 50. There's a lower high. You puke it up, you make a lower low. You rally into the 50, you make a lower high. It's a textbook downtrend. So now you can see how things begin to shift. They kill the sell signal. They take it above the 50. And if we can close tomorrow above 4,100, now you're finally getting a weekly close back above previous resistance. Doesn't mean we have to trade higher. Doesn't mean it doesn't all fall apart tomorrow. But for the first time in a very long time, things are shaping up here for the bulls on the weekly chart. So take it a step further to the daily chart. And now for the first time since January of last year, we've got some buy signals here on the daily chart. So for the first time in a long time, you killed your weekly sell signal. You're rebuilding a little bit of structure. You're trading back above a previous swing high. And now you got a daily buy signal. Trend, structure, momentum, everything pretty well aligned here for a push higher. And then on the heat map here, things are pretty solid. 4-hour chart is bullish, 1-hour chart, 30-minute, 1 minute. So the key here, guys, and this has been the key for the last few weeks, the bulls have made progress. Can they keep it? And what I would look for here is for the bulls to keep the market above 4,100. It's okay if we trade sideways. It's okay if we stall out a little bit under 4,200, but can they keep the market back above previous resistance? Right? Can previous resistance now behave as support? If that's the case, they keep it above 4,100. Well, then with the shift on your weekly chart, indicator goes bearish to neutral, takes out the swing high, and with brand new daily buy signals, from there I would look for a push to the upside, for further upside. When and if we trade above 4,200, then I think probably in a pretty quick fashion, we could be pushing back up here towards 4,300. And a big part of the next leg for the market here could just kind of come down to psychology. Probably have a lot of people in the market right now, and who knows, maybe they're right. But you probably got a lot of folks out there right now who don't believe in this rally. Okay? The thought process might be, yeah, price is going higher, just like it did a few times last year, and just like it did last year, we should roll over again. Right? And again, I'm not here to tell you that's not going to be the outcome, but I'm trying to show you the differences. Trying to show you the things that point towards, well, for the first time since your downtrend starts, the bulls have actually got a pretty good shot here. So as we get through Fed, we get through big earnings, they've made progress. Can they keep the progress? So with all of that out of the way, I will leave you guys with a few picks here. Now, my lesson of the week is stock selection. Right. Every week, whether I'm making money, losing money, try to find a few things that I can put in my notebook that'll ideally make me a better trader in the future. So my lesson from this week is stock selection. And what I mean by that is, yesterday when I take my trade in First Solar, it was picture perfect. Like literally picture perfect. On top of the daily 21 with buy signals across every time frame. Like weekly down to a 1 minute. It's perfect. Like it's fully locked and loaded. The problem is, solar stocks are not in play right now. Right? You look at something like TAN, which is of course the solar sector. Don't get me wrong, it looks pretty good. But then you look at a name like an EMPH, You look at SPWR, you look at a few solar stocks, they're not in play right now. So it might have been a great setup, and I think it was a great setup. But when you really want to look to work your edge in those groups that are actually seeing that accumulation. So this week, it wasn't your First Solars, it wasn't your Boeings. What it's been this week, and what I think it might continue to be, is a lot of your beaten down names. Right? It's not Boeing in an uptrend. It's not all the recent winners. It's a lot of the recent losers. Names like Zoom, names like Roku, and names like Tesla. So those are 3 names here we'll be focusing on for the foreseeable future. All right, so here's the drill, and it's pretty much the same thought process here for all 3 of these ideas. And the key is always, got to fight for a good entry. But on Tesla here, so we'll see how things unfold here tomorrow. But this might be shaping up for its first close back above the weekly 21 EMA. All right, that's a big point for the bulls. If they close it back above the weekly 21, notice here on the daily chart, 21 EMA crosses through the 50. All right, that positive moving average cross is a point for the bulls. Then on the heat map here, got a little bit quiet towards the end of the day, but all in all pretty bullish. 1 hour bullish, 30-minute bullish. So my thinking, and I'm currently long Tesla. The move I'm looking for is if they can keep this above that weekly 21 EMA, should be shaping up here for a push towards initially $200, but then I think eventually a bigger push back towards your daily 200, right around 230. So looking for a push there. Zoom. Let me get rid of all the drawings for you guys. Make it easier on the peepers. But same idea. Look for your first close back above the weekly 21. For Zoom here, it'll be the first close back above the weekly mean since August of 2021. So close above your weekly 21. On the daily chart here, as of today, the squeeze just fires long. And you have that same 21 EMA 50 SMA cross. And of course, on the heat map, we're bullish on the 1 hour, bullish on the 30, bullish on the 15. So you got a couple lower time frame buy signals, and I think you're looking for a push here towards $90. That'll take you right back towards your daily 200. So you're not even asking Zoom to turn back into a bull trend. All we're looking for here is an oversold retracement back to a falling moving average. So looking for Zoom to push towards $90, and then Rowdy Roku here. Same idea. Looking for your first weekly close above that 21 EMA since August of 2021. You're doing that with a daily chart that's gone from bearish to neutral. You have your 21 EMA 50 SMA cross and lower time frames here on the heat map, all looking pretty good. Bullish on the 4 hour, 1 hour, and the 30-minute. So that should put Roku here in a good position for a push up towards $70. Right, so for each of those ideas, looking for a close tomorrow above that weekly 21 EMA, and then into next week and maybe into monthly expiration, looking for a continued push towards those daily 200 SMAs. Right, Roku, Zoom, and the one and only Tesla. So that's it for now, guys. Been a pretty wild week. Tom Brady retired. A lot to digest here. But that is what I got for you tonight. A lot of progress being made. Can they keep the progress? S&P's above 4,100. Your next big level here is 4,200. If they break through the big 42, then I think we're gonna boogie up towards 43, maybe a little bit higher. So be disciplined, guys, as always. But I hope you found this helpful. If you haven't already, go on ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. And the question of the night: who's going to win the Super Bowl? Let me know down here in the comments who you think is taking home the W next weekend. I went to Philly for the NFC game, so I am an honorary Eagles fan here for the rest of the season. But all right, guys, have a good night. Take your dog for a walk, and I'll talk to you soon.
What's up, traders? This is Taylor from Simpler Trading. I wanted to thank you for watching our video, and if you liked the video, go on ahead and comment down below, hit that like button, and make sure you're subscribed and hit that bell icon to get a notification anytime we upload our next video. And of course, if you want to watch us trade live in real time with our own money, check us out at simplertrading.com. Until then, trade safe, and I'll catch you in the next video.